Hello my viewers at home and welcome to my YouTube channel Daily Express. Please do well to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Also, several reactions have trailed the statement that former Vice President Professor Osibanjo made about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the book launch of Ibrahim Babangida. This was contained in a viral video that was shared on the official X handle of the cable on Thursday. In the viral video that surfaced online, Osibanjo stated that Tinubu was tormented under the military regime, but today he is celebrating with his former tormentors. However, after he made the statement, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu laughed heartily. Here is what the former vice president said. There is a gentleman here who was an elected senator in 1992 in the course of Babangida's transition program when Babangida annulled the 1993 election and General Abacha took over and dissolved the Senate. That senator tried to reconstitute the Senate in resistance to the dissolution. He was detained, charged to court, and he escaped into exile. Today, he is also here to celebrate with his former tormentors, but as a president. He is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. However, after the post surfaced online, there were several reactions from social media users. Toba Shagari here commenting says, you called it jokes. This is a professor reminding IBB of his atrocities while serving as a military dictator. There is nothing like jokes here but hard facts told in a comic fashion. What goes around comes around. There is always time for everything. Dr. Mark says, give me one politician with old track record like this, and I will tell you plainly someone who will always win his opponents in every election. SCN here, Owo says, or to celebrate his all-time boss, you meant to say. Then Ifyok David says, people think Osibanjo is making a joke, but the man is deliberately reminding all parties of their role in the devastation that wrecked Nigeria. And while all these men have flourished at the expense of civilians and soldiers who died needlessly, Nigeria suffers till date from it. Janice Jane says, for right-thinking people, this doesn't call for a round of applause, but sober reflection on what is your philosophy and what you stand for. But this is Nigeria. We laugh at those who died in the struggle and dine with the killers as long as we have a seat at the table. Then Adewale says, a leader to be reckoned with. God bless our president. Kingsley Edem says, this is the main reason why history should be acknowledged in all levels of education in Nigeria, to keep our memory fresh from the past and also to know the area we should afford not to repeat itself against. Then another here says, is from +2 theory, says, no vacancy in Aso Rock 2027. Men fought for this democracy we are enjoying. The peacemaker says, are you really enjoying the democracy? Are you really enjoying the democracy? Then a P culture says, good to remind them in case they have forgotten. Then Afolabi says, he is not joking. He is saying the truth because Mr. Babangida is a terminator, but the work of God Almighty is marvelous, such is life. Odiama says it is a pity some Nigerians have no conscience. People clapping at the book launch for an action that destroyed this nation, a shame. Dele Adebayo says it's so sad with innocent Nigerians that died while his family is intact. Prince from Mommy says Osibanjo is a sage. He has a way with words, okay? He has a way with words. Kunta says legacy is playing right here when the main actor is still alive. Let's see if the people hearing some history of Nigeria of 90s will see this legacy as one to reckon with or one to ignore. Banjo Ademola says Babangida, judging by his antecedents, doesn't deserve to be dignified by the presence of our leaders. This goes a long way to show the kind of leaders we have. This ought to be a moment of sober reflection. Alright, more reactions here. Adeyemi Christopher says you might see it as a joke, but the statement indicates that many who are in power today should be careful about their action, because whether we like it or not, history is automatically written regarding individuals. The king reigns and the villagers progress. People will not forget, and the king that reigns and all villagers scattered history will not forget. Yemi Osibanjo speech is beyond a joke but a word of wisdom. Victoria says that is the irony of life, and one man exit is another person entrance. Okay, see, one man exit is another person entrance. Then GOC says Okwolo, I greedy. Tinubu did nothing to compare with the role Abiola and his wife Kudirat played. Oluwole Taiwo says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the divine mandate. No one can change what God has upheld. Then a reaction to Yosi here says you are a baby in Nigeria politics. Who funded Nadeco as the arrest of Abiola? Who is taking care of Abiola's children and some of his workers at Concord? Who accommodated Dele Momodu and other politicians that Abacha wanted to kill during the struggle? Those are small from the questions wanted to ask you. However, you can Google check the answer and revert here. Anayo Oji says he accommodated them with you animal, and Abacha Abacha did not know where they are. Okay, say he accommodated them with you animal, and Abacha did not know where they are. Alright, thanks so much for listening. Bye for now. Do join us in the other news, okay?